I actually didn't really know what to do. I was just like, well, what do I do, man? I'm a tradesman and I'm trying to run a business and all these things are going on, and really, what do? I didn't know what to do. G'day, I'm Carey from EAS. We're based in the Waikato. We specialise in the dairy industry. We do work all over New Zealand and Australia, and we do process instruments, valves, pumps, even do lighting upgrades on large factories. So over the last couple of years, the team's grown from myself to be now having operations managers, office managers, marketing students, apprentices and extra tradesmen. That was around challenging what I was doing and where I wanted to go, so that's around getting those people there. Mindsets that I've had to change was that I had to do all the work, and it was all focused on just work. Whereas now, having a business, you can't just do everything yourself. So basically, you just know that you have to change from being in that mindset of doing everything to actually, how can I manage other people or manage a system so that works for me rather than me doing it all. Before I started with the PT team, I didn't really understand the difference between gross profit and net profit. Along the way, I've learnt all about gross profit, net profit, where expenses are supposed to sit. I used to just look at a bank account and just see the bank account going up or down, and that would be my gauge whether I was actually doing well or not. But now we focus on actually looking at the numbers and looking at the profit and loss and looking at where those numbers sit and what's affecting the numbers. I felt that I had to give the best deal to the customer, give him the cheapest possible price. So what I was doing is I was really cutting myself as lean as I could to give my customer the best possible price. But what that was doing, I was actually hurting the business. It wasn't allowing the business to grow, stuff that we needed to build the team up, to get the operations manager and to get the office manager and make things sustainable. So when we first started, margins were just based on what I thought was a fair price. There was no really numbers or figures behind that. So what we've done is we've changed that now to actually reflect what they should be. We've probably increased our margins by up to say 30 to 40%. And now it's still a win-win for both the customer and the client, but it actually means now that the business is profitable. Part of the big thing for me is team culture. Like, I really want to build a big, strong team. So what I've done is we've tried to put them on extra training. We do team days where we go out and do claybird shooting, fishing. We do team alignment days where we've really got the guys to buy into our team values. I really want to bring back, with the business, wanted to bring back that team culture. So at the end of the year, I give all the guys a ham, Christmas ham. That's what I used to get when I was back as an apprentice. But what we've done is the job management software system has just been phenomenal. Like, I can't think of doing without it now. Like, there's no way I would ever go back. It means that I can go home and I could just jump on from anywhere and catch up with what's going on. When I first started, we didn't have any hiring procedure. It was pretty much ring a guy up, bounce a couple of questions off him, and then see if he was a good bugger. Now, I use the 11-step hiring procedure, which is pretty much, it's just regimented on how you do it. Go through the process from the start to the finish, like doing your phone interviews, doing your reference checks, getting all that stuff together and then making an informed decision at the end. But I didn't have that at the start. Oh, it's been awesome going from where I was stressed out at the start to actually having what you class as sort of like a business now. Before, it was a job that I was a slave to. Now it's become a business, and what that's done is it's freed up my time and freed up some cash to buy things that I've dreamed about. Like, I brought a old classic car, which I never thought that I was going to have one of these. I've got time at the end of the day. I can catch up with my kids where I'm not fully stressed out and doing paperwork the whole time. I've got a vision of where I want to go and what I want to do. Yeah, it's really all sort of coming together. I've got photos sitting on my desk of my kids, and 2 years ago they looked a whole lot different than what they do now. So really getting your mindset back to actually, like family, time doesn't stop for them. They're going to keep growing up, so you need to actually change things that you're doing so you can enjoy that quality time. So I've actually blocked stuff out in my diary now to make things happen. You need to make sure you actually make that a priority. Yeah, so my biggest lesson that I've learned so far is that systems create time. If you keep doing the same thing you've always done, you'll always get the same results. If you create a system, frees up your time, other people can do what you were doing, that's it, gold. I won the golden shovel, which was awesome. I was really stoked at that. Came home and shared it with my team, shared it with the guys. That was really, really cool to know that we was doing some things right, you know, getting an office, getting away from home. It's been just gold, you know, like, so now I don't really do hardly any work at home now. I know that when I leave the office now, I go home, it's like, right, I'm going home to home time. So that mentally that's been a really cool shift. I'd recommend this program to anybody that's out there that's struggling or doesn't really know much about business and wants to know more. And also people that are just flat out and need systems in place. It's really helped me go from being out of control to actually having a full systems now in a company that's working really well and a close-knit team. When we first had our meeting, I was like, oh, I can't do this. I got no more time to give this person to make things better. But really, if I hadn't done that, there's probably a 90% chance now I would have been back on wages. We've got a structure, a team structure that we've developed. So really in the future, we're going to aim towards getting that structure going, getting those extra tradesmen, getting that pricing person to free up more of my time. Because I've really changed from being I do enjoy pricing and I enjoy being a Sparky, love being a Sparky. But what I'm sort of finding now is I really enjoy now actually working on systems and seeing those systems make improvements to the business. You get a bit of a kick out of that. So it's like a different kick now, where I was getting a kick from doing electrical work. Now I'm getting a kick from implementing a system and seeing, yeah, it works.